Hello, everyone. This is Chris G, back at it again. And this is a young lady I wanted to talk about. Some people may know about her, some may not. But I think this is a very talented young lady, and she goes by the name of, and I believe I'm hopefully going to say her name right. Um, it is Rebeca Andrade. And this young lady is a Brazilian Olympic gymnast. She just not too long ago participated in the 2024 Paris Olympics, and she also participated in the 2020 Tokyo Games as well. But we all know that those games took place in 2021. But we just I guess for official purposes they just say Tokyo 2020. When she was in both of those Olympics. This is a young lady that has definitely gained some attention over the years by the Olympic community and the gymnastics community, and she really is a very solid talent. And as I said earlier, she is a Brazilian gymnast. She's originally from a city called Guarulhos, and this is a city that is northeast of Sao Paulo. And later on in her life, she ended up moving to Rio. And while she was living in Guarulhos, she did live in a rough neighborhood. She lived in the favelas. And anybody that knows about the favelas, that is a very tough area. That's where a lot of people that are low income, people just trying to make it day to day, they live there. And it's very tough, and it can be very dangerous at times in the favelas. And if you if you think I'm playing, you go Google and look that stuff up, because the favelas ain't no joke. Whether it's a favela in Guarulhos or if it's one down in Sao Paulo or Rio, that's a tough place to live. And she is one of 8 children that was raised by a single mother. And back when she was first beginning her time to really hone in her gymnastic skills, there was a point where she was walking 2 hours to get to practice. Now, you got people that don't even want to walk somewhere 2 minutes to go do something, or even 20 minutes to go to the corner store to go pick up something, but this young lady was so determined. She was willing to walk 2 hours to go get to practice. Eventually, her mother, basically saw that her daughter was very serious about the gymnastics. So she ended up giving her money to be able to catch the bus to practice. Now, the bus to the practice thing, people in America probably wouldn't think that that's much of anything, but what I'm believing or assuming is that in a country like Brazil, catching the bus, you got to have a little money in your pocket to really do that. So I'm thinking that's why the catching the bus thing is a big deal, because I saw this this bit of information from a news source that was talking about this. So I thought that was something very interesting. And also in her country, she is very, very much loved, and a lot of people in the country have respect for her. And also found out that there is some dolls that were created. I think they may be of the Barbie doll from the Barbie company, Mattel, possibly. If not them, some company out there is making dolls that look like her. And a lot of young girls are buying it, and they absolutely love it. And I really think that that's a big deal, because excuse me, I think it's a very big deal because a lot of people in this world that we live in, many people have issues with women of color believing that they can actually be beautiful. Not only do we have this situation in the United States, but in other countries, some people can have issues with melanated women being viewed as being beautiful. But one thing that I do respect about Brazil that I found out later on is that Brazil, the country of Brazil, has they definitely understand about its history of being created as a country, and they understand it like that, black people are a big part of their country's history. I can remember back when I was watching the Rio games back in 2016, because I'm a big Olympics person. I try to catch the Olympics as much as I can. I almost feel like for me it's un-American if I don't watch the Olympics. I know that probably sounds kind of silly, but I really try to catch the Olympics because I really love watching the competitive spirit of men and women. I love the stories of such and such that came from a small town and like such and such state, or somebody that came from a big city that escaped, serious poverty and violence to just rise up to be an Olympic champion, or at least just be an Olympian. Because it's hard. It's a battle and an accomplishment just to be an Olympian. But I love those stories. Um, but she's a young lady that is viewed by our country as being beautiful, and for people of our country to view her as being beautiful enough to create a doll that a lot of young girls would like to play with, or maybe there maybe some other possible gender, if they go that route, no shade, because dolls are not, any child can play with dolls, but I'll just leave it at that. I know what type of times we live in, um, and I respect it. But the dolls are for the children. The fact that it's a woman of color that a lot of the kids, would like to have that doll, and they appreciate the doll. I think that's a beautiful thing. I think that's a very beautiful thing, and I think we're progressing in the world to where people can actually see, black women can be seen as being beautiful, and like I said, Brazil understands that, black people are definitely a part of their country's history. Brazil did have slavery. A lot of people don't know there was more, um, Africans that were brought to Brazil than there was to America. Or you could just say, like South America in general. Um, but if you want to get specific, like, hey, a lot more was brought to Brazil than it was to America. So there's a lot of history with that. And I remember watching in the opening ceremony of the 2016 games in Rio de Janeiro, that when they had the all the pageantry and all the stuff that they showed how black people are part of their culture. I can't remember the specific, um, the specific pageantry stuff that I saw, but basically they were letting you know, hey, look, we recognize black people are a part of our country, and they had they show a lot of love to them. I remember I think the soccer athlete, I think it was Pele, I believe he was Brazilian too, and his name is golden, absolutely golden in the country of Brazil. And he's a black man. You can say Afro Latino, I believe, if you want to, um, but he is a melanated man, and they hold him up in high regard. So back to Miss Andrade. I just think it's real beautiful that they have those dolls made in her image. And now I want to go and talk about some of her awards. She has won 6 Olympic medals, and she's won 9 championship medals, and she is the most decorated Brazilian and Latin American gymnast of all time. I think that is absolutely impressive. And she's also the most decorated Brazilian Olympian in any discipline. So I mean, she's hitting heavy with that, with the accolades there. And she's also, and also her most recent medal was a gold medal that she received for her floor exercise routine at the 2024 Paris Olympics. And I had read somewhere where, in America, our GOAT, Simone Biles, she said, hey, look, this young lady is, basically from what I had read from Simone, she was just like, hey, look, this lady, Andrade, she's about her business, and she ain't no joke. And it's quite possibly that this might be possibly the last Olympics that we see our beloved Simone Biles compete in, because this is, I believe, her third Olympics. You don't hear. I personally haven't heard about a lot of women going into like a fourth Olympics. I mean, it's probably happened before, but usually it's about two or three. Then they just go ahead and step away from it. But who knows? I don't know. You may see her again, but this might be the last time. I wouldn't be surprised if they bring Simone back for like commentary at the 2028 Los Angeles games. That would be really cool to see her. Because when I saw her this last time, I did feel a little bit sad because I was like, man, this might be the last time I see her compete. But back to Rebeca Andrade. Just a wonderful talent. She's definitely a force to be reckoned with. And I also remember seeing an image of where when Rebeca was on the podium to receive her medal, Simone Biles and Jordan Childs, they both got into a position as where they were like bowing down to Rebeca. And personally, I don't believe that that's anything disrespectful towards the United States of America. I believe those ladies were just showing respect to this young lady, this wonderful talent that has seen a lot, seen a lot of things in her life, and she's been through a lot physically. I think I remember hearing something somewhere where she had I think she had like ACL problems, multiple ACL problems, where she was having to get that situation taken care of. And dealing with your ACL, that's some serious business, especially when you have to be able to jump, move on your feet, and you have to do, certain sharp jumps and twists and turns. Your feet are very important, so for her to be able to persevere through that, to eventually being on the Olympic podium, that's truly a testament to her toughness and hard work. And I just really think that she is going to be somebody we're going to see in the future. Definitely, I believe, we're going to see her in the 2028 Los Angeles games. And like I said, I just really like seeing her perform. I'm a type of person where I can give props and respect to people of other countries if they do performance as well. And I just really, really think it's cool that she is a woman of color that's doing this, and I also remember seeing the picture of Simone Biles and Rebeca Andrade and Jordan Childs. Now I understand about the Jordan Childs situation about the bronze medal. I may do a video about that possibly. Still debating it, but I do remember seeing a picture with those three ladies up on the podium, and I just really think it's a beautiful thing. I really do. So that's basically what I have to say about Rebeca Andrade. Wonderful, beautiful talent, wonderful, beautiful young lady, and I wish her the best. Not only in Olympics, but also for the best for her in her future, of her life. Just a wonderful young lady. So that's all I have to say. This is Chris G. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.